Hello, and we are live. Welcome to Sunshine Readathon Day 5. I am very tired, but I will force through and smile and have energy. Yay! And I have tons of coffee. But I have a very special guest, and while people trickle in, I want to ask Alex some questions in case you guys don't know her, get to know her a little bit. So I wanted to ask you, and I'm also a nosy person. I'm not going to pretend that I don't want to know these things. I do. What is like? Why did you start YouTube or like your booktube channel? What made you like want to do it?
Yeah, well, I honestly I feel like I've done all the motions. I started book blogging like when I was in like middle school, end of middle school, and then I went into Bookstagram. And I feel like that's like the normal like progression, or like maybe not nowadays, but like, and then booktube was the last thing I kind of did with like books. And I don't know, I'm a like obviously I love photography and taking photos, but I'm a Gemini. I love to talk.
I love that for you.
I love to talk, and like I didn't realize how much I like talking about books until you realize that you've been writing like reviews for like years. So I just thought, like, why can't I just say it? And like obviously filming is a lot scarier because it's not live. You can edit it, but you can't just keep editing every single shot. You know, you have to kind of get it in one go. So like I don't know, it was like talking to your friend. I feel like every YouTuber, like booktuber or whatever, says that though.
But it's true. It is like talking to your friends and stuff.
It
I
is.
just want to say hi to the people that made it, who are in the
Hello.
chat already. Hello. Let us know what you guys are reading today during the sprints. Okay, cool. What are you going to be reading, Alex? I'm curious.
Ooh, okay. I've only gotten shoot. I'm reading Rise to the Sun. I think I received this recently, and it just sounds, honestly, I haven't read much contemporary this summer, which is like kind of a loss because like I'm usually in the mood to read contemporary. So I thought I would pick this up. I have not read Leah Johnson's other books.
Okay.
I'm excited.
I've read You Should See Me in a Crown. Very cute.
Yeah. I definitely want to pick that up next. I feel like that was like, when like books are like hyped and you're just scared to read them because you don't want to be that one person that just like doesn't enjoy it.
Yes. Every live stream, someone brings up like the fear of hyped books. I love that we all feel that.
I mean, yeah. So like with this one, I feel like it's less hyped, or at least I haven't seen it that much. So I was like, okay, I'll give it a go. And like, it's whatever. Like I just finished a psychological thriller, so I'm not really in the mood for something intense. So
Makes sense. Oh, look. Hi, Monty. Thanks for joining. Let's see. I'm trying to finish the first book of my secret TBR for your reading vlog. Nice. We love a good secret TBR. Hello.
Hello. Yeah, we love people. I think people are vlogging. I can't wait to like see all the readathon like videos and everything coming out. Yeah.
It's so exciting. It makes me so happy. Oh my gosh. And then I wanted to ask for maybe people who don't know your channel, like what genre do you like the best? Or like what's a current read that you're really enjoying that you really liked or would recommend?
Yeah. I feel like I'm so like envious of creators who like that's their brand, when their brand is a genre of books or like an author, you know what I mean? And I feel like I don't have that. I feel like I am very much a mood reader, and I've been recently getting into like literary fiction, like adult fiction. I really enjoy those, but I don't really have like a genre. Let me there's this oh my god
Screams.
okay, my most like recent, not most recent, but like this book that's underrated here.
Is it good?
It's amazing. It's my favorite book so far this year, and I've read about like 40 books. This is like, I don't even like, okay, I'm sorry, I don't like sci-fi. I feel very confused at times, and also sci-fi scares me sometimes because it's maybe a little too close to reality. But this book is like so good, and it's queer, and it's wonderful. It's very cyberpunk, that's what they call it, but I'm telling you, this book, couldn't stop reading it. So
okay. Oh wait, what's the title for people who don't know? Because I know it's on my TBR list, and I've been looking at it and being like, I want to buy it, but like the hardcover's like expensive.
Yeah, that's true. It's Gear Breakers by Zoe Hana Makuta. Yeah, like I think this is a debut. I'm not sure, but it's excellent.
Oh my God, I love sci-fi. I've been getting into it a little bit, but I haven't it's so funny you say that because I literally haven't finished the sci-fis I started. I enjoy them, and then I'm a mood reader, so I'm like, oh, I need contemporary now.
So you just stop midway?
Oh, 100%. But I come back to it.
Oh, what? Okay, at least that's different. I stop midway and then I drop it.
True, but I'll stop and then 4 months later be like, okay, time to pick it back up.
Oh my God, no! I can't. I have bad memory. I basically forget everything that happens in my book after I read it. And most of when I talk about on YouTube, like when I wrap up a book or something, I'm wrapping up how it made me feel and certain things that stood out, not the plot events. I see some. There are very obviously booktubers all have their own way of doing stuff, but there are some booktubers who can recite what happened in the events, and I'm like, oh, I didn't even remember that part.
Yeah, no, I agree. I definitely when people put out the plot in their descriptions, it's very interesting. I always find that funny. I'm not one of those people, but I think visually I remember scenes in books because it's I can imagine the scene because I was reading Dune at the beginning of the year, and there was so many scenes in different rooms that were so unique. There's this private secret room with all these plants and stuff, and him and his mom are talking, and I kind of remember not the actual dialogue or maybe I remember the takeaway of the scene, why is there a fucking secret room? What the fuck is this thing?
Yeah. I mean, also that's why I use Post-its. I'm a Post-its user.
Yes, I love Post-its too. Hello, Monet. Thank you for joining.
That scream.
What?
I'm reading the comments.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, my streaks.
Let's see. I'm reading a light novel called In a Spider. So what, volume 12? Needed something easy. Yes. We love light novels. Okay, I'm reading Curse of the Divine. Awesome. That scream, yeah. Was so funny.
It's recorded. It's in history.
Yes, I will always just go back to it and be like, fond memories. Oh, continuing Ace, great. I underestimated it. It's proving to be really comprehensive and more. Oh, good. And I recommend. I'm glad you recommended it, or highly recommended that you're enjoying it. But it does have trigger warnings, right? That's what you said yesterday, I think, right? Just asking just to make sure. Hello again. I love your icon picture. This is such a cute.
That is cute.
Let us know in the chat again what you're reading, what you're gonna read today. Haven't already.
What are you reading? What are you reading?
Oh, true. Okay, I was going to read Blackout because I'm reading an act every day, but I have an audition today and they sent me this script. So I think I'm going to read the script because I really, really need to know the context of my character. I'm a little lost. I'm a little confused about this character. So I need to make some decisions and learn what the F she's doing. She's just kind of ranting about life in the scene. And I'm like, why is she mad? Who's she mad?
Oh my God, I love that. I love that so much. Does it fit into any of the challenges of the reading?
I mean,
is it heartwarming?
Is it heartwarming? No. I don't think it's sunny at all. It's the complete opposite. She's kind of she's kind of a bitch. I know it all, really cranky, really, really mad at the world. And I just I just need to read through it, understand why she is the way she is.
Okay, so it's a one sitting kind of thing. Yeah, finish it in one day.
Yes, hopefully I can finish it during these sprints real quick. Let's see. Hello, and you're reading The Silent Patient. Nice. Ooh, still tackling Beast of Prey. Awesome. Let's see, I'm hoping to knock out on.
Yes, Ocean.
I've been working on it all month. Do you know that book? Do you like it?
Yeah, I do want to read it. I read briefly some pieces in my Asian American lit class, and I just need to buy the copy, It's one of those books that are expensive and you don't want to I'm trying to find it secondhand because I know a lot of places have it, but
yeah. Yeah, no, I feel that. I'm always oh, can I get a discount? Let's see. Where was I? I'm not really following the prompts of the readathon. I'm just going for go for it. Yes, as long as you're reading, that's the best. And then if you're having fun reading too. I personally don't find any triggers besides the general ideas. Oh, okay, cool. Okay, then I consult another source besides me. Okay, just wanted to make sure because I thought I heard something, but I will definitely check on Goodreads and on Storygraph, which I still need to.
Yes, that is such a hot tip. Storygraph comes in clutch. They honestly.
Yeah, with the content warnings, everyone was in the chat the other day talking about like Storyglyph is kind of better than Goodreads. Go switch. Mm-hmm. I finished Candlemoth last night, and I'm trying to read Neverwhere. Ooh. See, and I'm listening to Keket, which I have that. I need to. Oh, I need to read that so bad. I've had it on my TBR forever, and I love her writing. Okay, grabbing my books, yay! Kind of want to go book shopping. I mean, you should go book shopping. The way you read, Monet, you're probably gonna need all the books because I feel like you just fly through some awesome books. I mean, some books. I remember you talking about the other book you didn't like that much the other day, but need some more books. Always need more books.
The Diviners.
That's a series again because of the hype. I haven't touched.
Okay, I read The Diviners and I didn't really like it, so I never finished it. But I honestly, that was like 5 years ago. So maybe I was just young and I didn't. It was very gory and like kind of like, I felt like I was too young to read it, but. Yeah.
It's gory. I've heard that it's like a more like historical, like it feels more historical because of the time period and like there's a lot of magic. I've never heard that it was gory.
Well, it's like scary. Well, at least I'm a scaredy cat. I don't read a lot of horror books, and I feel like just the like ghosts and like supernatural stuff. It scares me. So
okay, that makes sense. Yeah, I would be really interested to see if you do a reading vlog, current day reading it, and then if you get scared still.
I can't even watch Pretty Little Liars at night, okay? Like, with the amount of jump scares and, like, scary music, like, no.
Yeah, they do have a lot of little jump scares for, like, no reason. Like, someone will be getting out of the shower and, like, there'll be someone in the window for, like, no reason. Funny. Okay, I have 6 audiobooks from my library that I have to decide which one to start. Ooh, yay, we love options. Book shopping is always a great idea, yes. See, hello. Oh, and you're reading. Oh, see, look, there's another word I don't even want to try and read it because I'm probably going to butcher it. But I hope you said it's good. I'm glad you're enjoying it. I'm sure Storygraph has better user experience than Goodreads, but I'm comfortable with Goodreads, and I just need a place to mark things as read. Makes sense. Yeah, I think that's why Goodreads is everyone's first thing. It's connected to Amazon. It's very, very like straightforward, and it's like. It does what it needs to do. I like in the reading challenges. I think a lot of people really enjoy that too. Okay. Second day of reading Six of Crows and Red, Black, and Royal Blue at the same time. I'm halfway through both. That's amazing. I love The Last Magician, and I heard The Diviners is so similar, but I bought them all on faith. I love that, on faith. Faith that it will be good. I hope you like them. I feel like I've heard that too, that comparison, because I like The Last Magician a lot. So that's why I'm like, maybe I should try The Diviners.
Like, is The Last Magician, is that adult or young adult?
So it's young adult too, I think. Yeah. Because everyone is, yeah. It's definitely young adult, urban fantasy. It's a great urban fantasy. I love it. See. Ooh, just got home from work, mixed the margarita, and now I'm ready to read. Hey, love that for you. Yeah. Ooh, margarita. Yeah. Let's see. Ooh, reading 4 books right now. Nice. Wow. Which one are you going to be reading for the sprint? I'm going to know. I'm a nosy. Need to finish River of Royal Blood, then jumping into Strange the Dreamer and Under the Never Sky. Oh, nice. I loved River of Royal Blood. Let me know when you finish it if you enjoyed it. I have the second book. I still need to actually read it, but I really enjoyed it's just your YA fantasy that I love, but with like good magic. I loved it.
I'll add it to my list.
Yes. Let's see. Redemption. Okay, fun. Okay, cool. Let's see. Yeah. River of Royal Blood is such a banger. Yes. Agreed. See, I'm going to read the first.
Love Paper Girls. Oh my god, I think I have the 3 volumes, or I think I have the first and the second. And the covers are just so pretty. Wait, like I have to show you this. Have you ever seen it?
I think I've like seen people read it. I don't think I've ever like in a store been like, ooh, yeah, they are gorgeous.
They're just like sunset vibes, like so pretty. Love it.
I love that. No, it's like those are one of the comics that I hear everyone talk about that I really just need to read. But
Yeah.
again, the price tag, I don't want
Oh,
to pay for it.
yeah.
Oh, loved Paper Girls, yes. See, I am reading Malice. Awesome. Halfway through it and loving it. Awesome. Okay. How about let's start maybe our first sprint, reading sprints for the day.
Ooh.
How are we feeling? We can start off small and do like 20 minutes, or we can go like 30 minutes. What are you feeling?
Yeah, let's start with 20 minutes. Let's see how this goes. I'm a slow reader, so I'm gonna come back and be like, because I get distracted, so I'll be like, how many pages did I read? Like 15?
That's fine. I mean, honestly, there's some people who always like read like hella, like so much. And then there's like us people who are like, we're slow readers. And I'm like, I read like 9 pages. It's fine.
Yeah,
It's no biggie.
for sure.
Okay, let's see. 20 minutes, 16:36.
All right.
Let's do it. Happy reading. And that's the sprints. Let us know how many pages you read, how you did. So Alex, how many pages were you able to read? Let me see.
Crap. I don't even think I kept track. Oh, I think like 40 pages.
Hey.
Yeah. It was so interesting because oh god, I'm gonna get so much flack. I do dog ear my pages. I'm sorry. I'll hide it so I don't trigger anyone. But I was reading this and like the girl, they're at this what is it called? Music festival, and she's like, my limited edition farmland swell, and I work for Swell, so it was just like a name drop. I was like laughing, so I'm glad I got that on camera.
Love that. You're like, oh, product placement. I read about 20 pages of the script so far. Oh my god, they talk so much. It's like,
How many like lines? Is it like back and forth? You have a lot of dialogue?
It's like paragraphs of just one person talking, and it's like
okay, what are some of your best tips for memorization, since I have bad memory?
Oh no, I'm horrible at memorizing too. Honestly, it's like a weak point of mine that I've been working on. But what's been helping me is I write like a line several times. Like I'll write a line 5 times and just keep repeating it to myself, and I feel like that's been the most effective way for me to like memorize it. But no, I'm terrible at it. I think it's like, honestly, if you give me a few days, then I'm solid. But if it's like a 24-hour turnaround, I kind of just give up, and I'm like, okay, you're gonna get what you're gonna get.
Yeah, that's good. Props to you. I think it like gets better though as you do more.
Yeah, I think that's the thing. It helps too if you're working with like the same team of people and it's always like the same thing. For auditions, it's like every project's different, so it's like a little catch up. So it's like playing catch up. Ooh, 16 pages, 17 pages, 17A, 30 pages plus 3% of my audiobook. That's what's up. 32 pages, 62 pages. Monty coming through. 6%. Awesome. Yay. I'm also glad that I'm doing the reading sprints today because it's actually going to force me to read the script, because I definitely have been putting it off because the dialogue is just very over the top, dramatic, and one person's talking. So I'm like, I don't want to read this.
Yeah, that's actually, I think I should do more readathons. This is the first readathon I've did in like a year, but I usually don't read like more than a book a week now because of how much like work I have. But like now I've read 3 books already this week because of Sunshine Readathon. So like,
yay,
keep them coming. Like I need one every week.
I need a readathon every single week. That's a lot. Maybe like once a month tap into a readathon, you know?
Yeah, for sure. Have you ever done Oh yeah, have you ever done a 24-hour readathon? I'm terrified.
I've done a couple. Like one of the first videos I ever did was one because I was like, I think it was Zoe's channel. Like I forget her channel name, if it's like Read by Zoe or Zoe Reads or something. But she had the 24-hour stuff. So I was binge watching hers, and I was like, I want to try. And I actually did stay up the very first time I did it. I stayed up for the 24 hours and I read like, I want to say 4 books. It was really good. I was impressed. But now it's like so hard for me to wake up at midnight and stay up. Like I will literally like after 2 hours, I'm like, I need bed.
Yeah. Who knows? Maybe I'll try it one day.
Definitely. I think I'm actually going to try and do one tomorrow just because I want to finish my TBR, and I have like 2 books, and I'm like, maybe
okay, what do you mean finish your TBR? Is that a real sentence that you just said?
Yes. I want to finish it. Because I was like, I'm one of those people who always has TBRs and never finishes them, but I want to actually finish.
Yeah. Welcome to my TBR.
Yo, same. I'm always like, I need new books. I need to support authors. I need to do this, that. And now I'm like, oh, I have like 100 unread books.
Seriously.
Mm-hmm. But I have 2 books, and it's funny because actually one of the books I picked was because of one of your recommendations, like for the Sunshine Challenge of read a book that a booktuber recommended. I'm reading If I Tell You the Truth, I think is a book that you recommended.
Oh my god.
Like, not enough people are talking about this, so I'm like, okay, I'm gonna read it.
I swear, my favorite part of booktube is like recommending those like underrated or like reads that like is not in like the general consensus of what we consider popular. That book is literally amazing. It comes with a lot of content warnings. Just yeah, it's very hard to read at times, but I think it's very important. So I wish it was more talked about.
Yeah, so I'm really excited to read it. And I saw like when I first opened it, because I was gonna read like the first sentence, and I like saw the list of content warnings. I was like, okay, I'm gonna pair this with a happy fluffy book, and we're gonna go on our merry way. Let's see, 20 pages, awesome. Oh, hello, just joined. Let's see, can't remember anything. I think my mind deletes things for storage. That's hilarious. Then what's important to store? That's the thing. That's like, what if your brain chooses to remember? Perhaps the character you're auditioning for is a narcissist. A lot of self-reflection in the dialogue. Ooh, I would say my character may be a narcissist, but I think she's also just a huge pessimist. Like she doesn't believe in like how the structure of the world and humanity. She's complaining about how people are like, it's a lot. She's a dense character in the sense of like what she's complaining about. Like I could totally agree, but she takes it to another level of like, don't even try and be a writer, because they're trying to write a script to make it like a TV show. And she's like, don't even try, don't even bother. Like she doesn't want a car. She wants to visit the same restaurant every like week. She'll be like, this is the one restaurant I order the same thing, and like has given up on life. And the guy she's talking to wants her to like try new things, and she's like, no, we're all gonna die anyway.
Oh my god, actually I can relate. So I think that way too. So
I feel like we all have that thought process on the occasion where it's like, why bother? But it's like you still have to, not do that.
Yeah.
Like, I need to challenge myself to do new things. Oh, this Monty's like, how was your Starbucks run, Monet?
Yeah, what did you get? What's your favorite thing to order at Starbucks?
Yeah. Oh my god. I'm so basic. I always get a flat white, just like a hot flat white. I'm like, just give me some espresso.
Even if it's like 90 degrees out?
Yes. And I still drink hot coffee. I'm like one of those people that I don't drink iced coffee ever. Like matcha and stuff. Or I like boba iced, obviously. But coffee, I'm like, I need it hot.
Really? I'll drink. I live in Minnesota, and it gets to like negative 20 degrees Fahrenheit there, and I'll be walking outside with my iced coffee, but like clenched between my mittens, and then be drinking it, because I don't know. I feel like I sweat a lot, so like when I drink hot like beverages or whatever, I start sweating. So such a weird thing.
I like how we're opposites. I don't know. I feel like the hot coffee, it's comforting. It's less so about like, well, I love the taste of coffee too, because I'm an addict and I have it every day. But I don't know. I feel like it being warm is just very comforting to me.
That's true.
Let us know in the chat if you have any questions for us.
Yeah, I think we can do what is it called? We can do a longer sprint this time too for the next one.
Yeah, and that's the thing. I always like, I know I tend to do like 30 minutes, 40 minutes sometimes, but it's like when you haven't done a reading sprint ever, it can seem really long. So that's why it's always good to kind of start short, and then you realize the 20 minutes literally fly by, and you're like, wow, okay.
Yeah, we can work our way up there.
Yeah, we'll work our way up. And then I was trying to see. I have like way too many windows open on my computer. Coffee should only be iced.
I mean,
Alex agrees with you.
One half.
Oh, sure, iced, yeah. Today I got a mango dragon fruit refresher with lemonade and a croissant. That sounds amazing.
Yeah.
I love that. And cold brew forever reigns supreme. I have actually never had a cold brew. I need to fix that. I haven't done it.
It's pretty good. It just makes me my stomach a little queasy. Yeah.
Queasy? Oh no. Wait,
it does, but yeah.
Wait, what's the difference between a cold brew and like a regular like iced coffee? I'm like,
oh my god, I'm like showing my ass. I do not know.
Okay, no worries, no worries. I was just like, I'm like, what is the difference? I don't know it. Oh, I also wanted to, oh yeah, for like 30 minutes spread sounds perfect. Cool. Cold brew tastes awful.
Oh my god.
Love that. Hazel hot chocolate for me. That's a bomb choice. We love that. Ooh. When I go somewhere. Oh my god. No, I feel like, yeah, I'm gonna Google what the difference between cold brew is. Because, yeah, cold brew is never heated.
Oh.
Iced coffee's brewed hot. Oh, and then chilled. Okay, okay. I guess that makes sense why the flavor would then be so different. Iced latte with oat milk, everything else.
Oh yeah.
I agree. Oat milk with any latte, perfection. Let's see. Oh, and then I wanted to ask you because you mentioned earlier that you like photography and stuff, and I don't know if anyone else has seen your Instagram. Definitely check out Alex's Instagram if you haven't. Your photos are so like beautiful. Like I'm so like impressed. I'm like, how do you do it? Like what's the process? Like, and you enjoy the process of taking photos. So I kind of want to pick your brain because I hate taking pictures, flat lays. I just feel like they all come out ugly.
No, I mean, like it definitely took me a while to find like an aesthetic, I think, or like feed, what we like traditionally think of as a feed. But I love like experimental photography. Like I like when my goal with like my photos, I guess, this is like so nerdy, but like I want people to like scroll through my feed and like when they see my photo, they have to like look at it again. They have to be like, wait, what? Like how did she do that? So I try to do that. I took like photography classes like in college. Well, like I'm still in college, but like took them in previous years. And then most of it has just been like storyboarding. Like I'll get some like crazy ideas in the shower of like posts and I'll have to get out of the shower to like write it down or to sketch it on my notes app, and then I'll like turn it into like a photo basically and do like a shoot. But yeah, I think I spend way too much time on Instagram photos. I mean, yeah, you know what I mean, like putting them together, but it's just fun and I love like seeing people's reactions to them. So thank you so much. Yeah.
I love it. And the idea that you're like, I want people to stop and like look at it makes sense. Like I'm pulling up a photo of yours that I just saw like the other day or something, and I was like, look how cool this is.
Yeah, it's like I want people to be like, I want to try that, you know, because that's how I feel with photos too. Like I see people do photos and I'm like, wait. I need to like pick their brain. I need to see if I can do this myself. And then I try it. So like it's just so much fun. Photography is so much fun, but yeah, I've been getting into like video lately because I mean, I don't know. I don't consider like YouTube to be like cinema, like anything related to like videography, but like it's fun, you know. It's more unfiltered, I think, my YouTube than Instagram.
I get that makes sense, yeah, because I feel like your photos are very edited, but in the sense like not like edited like your body and face, like the typical way you think of editing, but like the like when there's multiple yous in a photo or like how you edit it to like portray something. Oh yeah, your IG name is just
Oh wait, I don't know how to type in the
I think I can type it in the chat really fast.
Well, yeah, no, I like it's altered. That's what I like to say because like my videos are edited in terms of like taking stuff out, but like I don't put stuff in. You know what I mean? I rarely. So like I think Instagram is photography is cool in that way because you can put things in that weren't like there, and it's just so fun. Oh, so cool.
Okay, I put it in the chat. That's her Instagram handle. Let me know if I typed it wrong. I just looked at it, but
you're good.
Okay. Because sometimes I'm messy and I don't spell things right.
Oh no, we started like a coffee war in the chat.
Oh. That makes sense. Well, it's because coffee is such a personal thing. It makes sense. Like I used to argue with someone back like 2 years ago about how I always drink hot coffee, and they're like, "What do you mean? It's meant to be iced?" And I was like, you know, to make coffee, it's like it's hot. Like that's how it comes out. At that point, if you're drinking cold brew, you've abandoned your taste buds for caffeine. I love that. Caffeine is what I'm looking for. I'm over here like coffee tastes coffee tastes bad no matter how it's made. That makes sense too. Let's see, if you're drinking cold brew, then clearly it's so bitter and you just drink Red Bull. It gives you
I love your chat. I love your people.
Oh my god, they're literally Monet and Monty are like hilarious. So yeah, and then this is her IG handle. Best Instagram ever. Like literally, because when I found your channel on YouTube and then I went to your Instagram, I'm like, talent.
They are not the same. It's like it's really the dichotomy is.
Well, I feel like your channel is more of a look at like you and your opinion about books. So that's like it's like a book vlog, but just a video diary. Whereas your Instagram's like super artsy, and I'm like saving them. I'm like, this is gorgeous.
Thank you.
Yeah, but I also feel like that's kind of what Instagram is like all about, is the aesthetic of like your feed and whatnot. And I just like, I've never had the patience to like be aesthetic or edit photos. Like, I don't know if it's just because I don't put enough like effort into them. Whereas video ideas, I don't know, they just come a little easier, but it also just might be that I don't think about them. Whereas you've probably spent years thinking about photography.
I mean, yeah, and also like now I honestly don't really scroll through Instagram anymore. I literally like scroll through my YouTube feed every day and like put it on as I'm doing chores and stuff. But like I can't really sit down. I don't have time to sit down and scroll like through Instagram, you know? So yeah.
That makes sense. Thanks. Let's see. If your cold brew is bitter, it's actually just iced coffee and Starbucks gave you the wrong order. Interesting. I just find that Starbucks might be an unpopular opinion. I don't really enjoy Starbucks coffee for the most part. I feel like they always give you like really bitter coffee. I just think their grinds or something they do, it just like doesn't always, it tastes really acidic-y. And I'm like, that's why I like their flat whites, because it's like they make it there and it's not like something they've been stored or has been sitting out for too long. And that's why I find it bitter. That's just my hot take. See, all coffee is good for someone or no one. It's all one. Let's see, and charged you more for it. Dang, that sucks. If you get an iced coffee and they charge you more and it's like not even a cold brew.
Oh, they charge you more? Oh yeah, I guess.
Yeah, cold brews are more expensive, I feel like. That's a good to know, Monty. Yep, it's good to know. Monty, I tried a cold brew and it's just the first thing I've ever driven back to Starbucks to return because I just couldn't stand it. The disrespect. That is so funny. I can like imagine that, like you taking a sip and being like, that is the nastiest thing I've ever had. I'm turning this car around and getting my money back. I'm also like, good for you. Get your money back, because if you hate something, you really shouldn't just like, I'll drink it anyways. Let's see. I'm very interested in the coffee war now. Yep. Wow, your Instagram is really nice. Yes. See, other people see it. Your Instagram is so cool. It's just like everything that I feel like an Instagram account like that you look up to. Like it's like, oh, aesthetic.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, it's definitely creates a lot of burnout, especially when when I'm trying to juggle YouTube and Instagram. I feel like a need to like post on both so often, but like sometimes I just want to do videos and then sometimes I just want to do photos because videos are annoying to edit.
I agree.
Yeah, I'm like, oh my god, you're doing daily vlogs, and I was like, I told you I'm vlogging it, but I could not do that. I need to like compile it for next week. But oh my god, I'm so impressed. I cannot.
Thank you. Well, it's like you said, like I love talking, so like that's not too hard. But I think it's funny because like the first day was like literally a 38-minute video. Yesterday or today is what I uploaded today, but what I filmed yesterday was 8 minutes.
Really?
Yeah, it just started like 38 minutes, and then it went to like 24, and then I went to 17, and then yesterday was like around 8 minutes, and I'm like, ooh. So I gotta try and get back onto it, but it's hard because when I get like a self-tape on an audition, I spend so much time on it that I'm not reading. So I didn't read as much yesterday, and I probably won't read as much today because I'm gonna spend a few hours going over the script, filming and things. So it's just like, ooh, life is getting in the way. Otherwise, I feel like I would be finishing a book a day like I was the first 2 days, but
yeah, no, we need to normalize like including other things in like readathons, like cereal boxes. No, I'm kidding. But like scripts, like yeah, like people do read scripts for fun, and plays too. People read plays.
Yeah, I think a few years ago there was someone I saw randomly did like a theaterathon where it was like reading as many plays as possible during the week, which was so cool. And it was like when I was studying theater in school. So I was like, I'm going to use some of my homework assignments for this prompt. And it was a fun time. Yeah.
Yeah, that sounds so cool.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I feel like a lot of people think reading is strictly, and I feel like booktube is strictly like, it tends to be a lot of YA or like really hyped books in general. So yeah, it'd be nice if we like reading anything that is like tickles your fancy, because there's so much out there.
Yeah. Oh my God, Jess. Yeah, we can get into a whole conversation about like booktube and like the physical book, you know, and just about how much that is kind of like pushed on booktube. But yeah, that's for another live.
Yes, I agree. But like, I also, it's so funny because a lot of people will ask me about like my book collection and be like, you have so many books, like I want to buy as many books as you have or something like that. And I'm like, no. Most of these were a mistake because I either got them like full priced or I was buying them because of hype. And then I'd never read it because I'm like kind of scared because of the hype. And it's like, there's so many book buying mistakes that I've done that I feel like I can make a whole video about. And I'm like, don't waste your money. I feel like, especially because of consumerism and capitalism, it's like, just buy books that you enjoy and actually want to keep. Don't buy things for your bookshelf unless that makes you happy.
I'm dead. I think we have the same problem. We obviously are showing our asses with our book. These are our booktube shelves filled with books that we haven't read yet, but are like, and then you can look at them and there's like Divergent here when it was popular, and I was like, ugh. But
I literally, I have like The Fault in Our Stars, Divergent, Being a Wallflower, and like some of them I haven't even read yet, and I just bought. And it's funny, I've always had a bookshelf, and like a lot of it has always just been books I haven't even read, but I want to read, and it's such a bad problem that I have. I'm always trying to. Oh, I got a phone call. Little iPhone break, sorry. Let me text him real fast.
Yeah, this is yeah, I had to tell my parents, I'm like, don't come into my room. I'm doing a sprint. They're like, what are you talking about? What's a sprint? And I'm like,
what is this you speak of? What is happening? That's so funny. I haven't been telling my roommates just because for the most part, like, I feel like they're gone during the day or just really quiet, but I'm sure he needs something. So I'm like, I'll just keep my phone by me. But yeah, let's see. Oh, what are people saying? Yeah, follow your feelings. Burnout is a killer. I used to work 14-hour, what? Wow. 14-hour days? Dang, not worth it. Take your time, especially for yourself. Agreed. Let's see. Oh my gosh, how did you do the picture with the books larger than you? N.K. Jemisin books are in the pic.
Oh, you know? I think I know what you're referring to. Yeah, I would take a photo of the book stack first and then take a photo of myself in another photo and then Photoshop that in. It's very complicated, but it's actually very simple because it's only 2 images and then Photoshopping them together. So, but it sounds super complicated. It's like, what?
Have you considered making a video about how you make photos? Or have you already done that? I don't know.
Okay, I've never done like about how I make my photos, but I've done copying people's bookstagrams, and that's so fun because I love, like, I have my style and that's fine, but I admire people's styles, and their styles I could never pull off, so I try doing their photos and it's like a disaster, but also like the most fun thing in the world. I remember for one video there, I copied a photo that had like origami boats using book pages. So I tore pages of an arc and I had to fold like 20 origami boats. Yeah, it was pretty fun, but like I said, people have their own creativity and artistic direction, and it's just cool.
That is really cool. And oh my God, that's hilarious that you were like, okay, this arc is being sacrificed.
Like, what else are you gonna use it for? Kindling.
Oh my gosh, you should make a video about book buying mistakes. Definitely, I'm thinking about doing it.
That's
it's so
key.
easy to get caught up.
Jess, that's key.
Oh, I feel like we all have our like our little things where it's like, oh, I wish I didn't buy that. Caught buying books never won in book community. I think I'm gonna do it. OMG, I've done the same. I bought books that I thought were cool at the time, and now I look at them and I feel the crushing pressure of having to read them, but no longer wanting to. Yes. Exactly. See, hi, I'm really sorry I'm late, but I'm going to read Ace of Spades. Awesome for your 5-star prediction. That's exciting. We're going to have another sprint soon. Let me just catch up on the comments. I've always wondered, how long does it take to get a book collection like the one in your background? I've been collecting books since high school, which is hilarious because I didn't read books in high school. But I think, yeah, I started my collection probably 7 years ago, and it's been following me ever since. But I will say it was definitely exponential in high school when I was collecting books like Fallen Our Stars and Divergent and stuff. Like I was collecting a lot of the like hyped books, but I was always able to keep everything on like a shelf, like the smaller one next to me. But then last year I had just one bookshelf, and this year I needed a second one, and I'm probably going to need a third one soon. So I feel like it's just exponential as soon as you get like because I work regularly. I always have a job. I always have income coming in. And with booktube as a hobby, I'm like, I excuse my book buying. So as like I need to do it for my content. And it's like,
yeah, for sure. I also I love support. I think the main reason why I buy books nowadays is to support authors. But I'm lucky enough to like sometimes I'll be sent something and then I don't have to buy it, and I'll be like, whoa, that saved you like $25 in hardback. But yeah, I think I've had this collection for 10 years, and I mean I was like you. I started kind of. Well, I guess you didn't read in high school, but I started reading in high school. Like I wasn't like when I was a child, like I was always with the book. Like no, no, I was not with the book.
Not gonna lie. Yeah, I feel like it takes a really long time, but also the thing is when you see people's libraries, it's always changing. So I feel like you see like their library and sometimes it's like, is it all the books they actually like, or are they transitioning to more things they do like? And I think that's why my library has doubled in size, because I realized that I really love like a lot of contemporary that features a lot of diverse characters. Like I don't like there's some books that are pushed on you for being popular and stuff, and it's like no, I'm gonna hype Angie Thomas, Nick Stone, Tiffany D. Jackson. I like constantly, and they're all constantly producing books, and I'm constantly trying to buy them. And I think that's why my collection has gotten so big. I'm like, I know the authors I want to support, and I know who I like. And then there's also a little bit of this book's hyped. Okay, maybe I'll try it. And it's like, oh, I've heard about this book from someone else, and they've been recommending it to me, so I want to buy it. There's so many reasons, but I feel like you just have to buy what you like, and just maybe finish books before you keep buying them.
Yeah, no, that's an amazing point. Like once you open really the floodgates to like diverse books, I feel like you get so many recs on Instagram. Oh my god. Like every time I'll scroll, I'll add at least one book to my cart because I'll be like, this is a book that like I've literally never heard anyone talk about, but it sounds so amazing. Like where have you been? Like where? No? Yeah.
Why have you been hiding? I need you in my life. Let's see. I always try to read and give away as many books as possible. That's awesome. Yeah. Ooh, thanks. Yes. That's for like the editing tip. You use Photoshop, right? Like Adobe's Photoshop? Yeah. Okay.
What is
it? You ever have arcs that you really wanted and then you get them and you're like, wonder why?
Oh my god, this question.
Yes. And that's, I think my issue with NetGalley is I definitely have been like, I used to select books by their cover and like barely read the synopsis. I'd be like, that's a gorgeous book. I want to get it. And now I have like 13 unread books and I'm like just scared to go on there because I've read so many. Just like, why did I even want to read this?
And like NetGalley is like, I got off NetGalley just because they track like how many you've finished and reviewed, and I was like, oh my god, that looks so bad to publishers. If I literally have the same like 12 books unread that they sent, and I was like, I feel so bad. But like I just never got into it because like you're right, like covers and like synopsis, like you're reading and you're like, sounds cool. Yeah,
it all sounds cool, and then like a lot of the content is from authors that I don't know or things like that, and I want to explore. And it's just like a lot of the stuff I've gotten from NetGalley, literally I've been like, this is not for me. I shouldn't have even requested it.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, I think there was one book that was marketed and it looked literally like a comic book, and it was listed as Marvel, and I was like, ooh, a Marvel comic book, I'm so excited. Got approved, and it's a novel, and I was like, now I have to read a 400-page novel about some like Marvel character, and I'm like, I did not mean to do this. I was looking for a comic.
Yeah, that's so hard. I think also like you're talking about like consumerism and like capitalism, like in the moment it seems like you want something, but if you just sat with it, that's why I add things to my cart now and just don't touch it. It's a rule, like you can't buy it day of and just wait till tomorrow. And then tomorrow I'll be like, why did I add this to my cart again? I have no clue. But yeah.
Smart. I do that. I like literally have some Amazon lists in my Goodreads like wish list where it's like I just add books to it, and I never end up buying like 90% of them. It's only if like I actually know the author or really really like someone highly recommended it to me. So then I'm like, okay, I guess I'll do it. Let's see. The past 2 years, I've just been mainly loaning books from the library and then buying the ones I give 5 stars to. See, that is the perfect system. I really want to start doing this, but it's like my only thing is because of COVID and everything, I'm not stepping foot in my library, and my digital library near me is just not as good. And or if it's a popular book, it's like 6 months away, and then I don't want to waste a loan if I'm only allowed to get like 15 loans. I don't want to waste some of them on books that I may never see 16 plus months wait. I'm like, ugh.
Yeah, no, I know I'm fortunate if I work at a like independent bookstore, so it's like it for me, like I think 90% of what I buy is indie. So like supporting my local indie because but like that's what I'm saying. Like I don't buy books that often anymore, mostly because I'm like I get sent some of them, or also I just kind of like see, like I swear on Goodreads, I'll see like one review of like one of my trusted people and they'll say they didn't like it. And I'm like, okay, that's like, I mean, I really trust this person, but yeah, so.
I'm also like that. I'm always like, oh, you didn't like it? Okay. Writing that down, not taking that off my TBR. That's my ideal life, right? Ideal life. I've been obsessed with Hoopla lately. Yes, I need to make my Hoopla account. I haven't because I think I've been using my Hawaii library card actually, which is so funny because I haven't gone to an LA one and I don't like signing up online, which is a little complicated. So I was like, I'm just gonna use my Hawaii one. And so I need to see if Hoopla, if I have access to my Hawaii library through that. But I have Libby, and Libby's good. Let's see. My library has curbside pickup. Maybe yours does too. Probably, but I don't have a car, and everything's far in LA. I mentally make my life way more difficult than it needs to be because I don't have a car and I don't like going outside.
Yeah, I mean, same.
I'm so reliant on other people. Just like, yeah, and you just got your driver's license, so you know what it's like. Okay.
I mean, I live in New York City though, so I don't really have to drive anywhere. But like, I only got it as a kind of like. It's a whole long story, but I didn't get it because I actually love driving and like excited to drive. I'm an anxious driver, so I'm avoiding driving. Yeah.
Oh, no, same. Literally, I don't have my driver's license because in Hawaii, I was fortunate enough to like, I never needed it. And like everything was like a bus ride away or I could walk. Like I walked to my high school and middle school and stuff. I never needed a car. And then I come to LA, get in 3 car accidents. And now I'm like, so panicked to get my driver's license, and everyone in LA drives so bad, and everyone's just like, get over it, just drive. And I'm like, I don't want to. I don't want to die. I'm just kidding. I'm sorry, that's like aggressive, but like that's how I feel.
Yeah, I mean, I would argue that New York City drivers are worse, but that's another debate for another time.
I mean, likely both big cities. I think the thing is that in LA, people will be driving 80 miles an hour down like a residential street because they're because of everything's so far apart. Whereas I feel like New York, when it comes to driving, it's far apart, but it's so compact that you can't really go 80 miles an hour. You're like, it's bumper to bumper. So I feel like people would still be bad because it's like they're not practiced just consistently like just going. Whereas like I feel like the middle of the country is like perfect where you're just like normal streets, 30 miles an hour. Whereas
like coffee.
New Yorkers are here trying to like go as fast as possible and getting stopped at every corner. And LA is the opposite where everyone's just trying to fly as fast as possible. Yeah, the pains. Just the LA library is one of the best. They truly probably are. But I don't want to have to go to it, and they didn't like my application online, so LA sucks. I'm just kidding. No, it doesn't. I like it for job opportunities, but their library system online was a pain in the butt, and they denied my application, even though I have an LA like address. I think it's because I don't have a driver's license. Okay. Let's do another sprint. Let's do this.
Okay, cool.
How are we feeling? 30 minutes? You ready for a 30-minute sprint?
Yeah, let's do it.
Yeah. Okay. So it's 11 to the 41 minutes. See? I'm probably gonna scoot to the bathroom real quick, but happy reading, y'all. And that was the sprint. How'd everybody do? I also apologize if you can hear the garbage trucks going by.
Oh yeah. Yeah, it's pouring right now, which is perfect time to read, but yeah, I got through like 60 pages. Math, it leaves me. About 60.
That's amazing. Oh my god. I totally abandoned reading the script because I was getting sleepy, so I just worked on lines, so I didn't read a thing.
You're all good.
Let's see.
Yeah.
Hi, just joined. We'll be starting the next sprint. Oh, cool. Hello. Welcome. Reading a Jeff Strand book called Clowns versus Spiders, and it's so weird, but I love it. Question mark.
Two of my fears.
Ooh, clowns and spiders. I mean, I'm scared of both of them, but for some reason, like when it comes to spiders, I get scared, but then I like immediately like get rid of them. Like that's my like fear. I'm like, get out. But like I can imagine reading about it or like watching them in movies. That's just extra. I feel like that's even more scary in real life because spiders in real life are just hanging out eating bugs, and I'm like in movies they're doing horrible things.
Yeah, no.
Let's see. Just joined. Notice there's only 2 M on the clock. So wait until the next sprint till I can join. Yeah, you can join the next sprint. Ashley, we've done like 2 sprints, so you're good. Well, actually, I know Alex, you said you should probably leave in like
No, we can do one more. We can do a 20 minutes.
One more? Okay, cool.
Yeah. No rush at all.
Okay, cool. One more sprint, so you can join the next sprint. I have to go now, but it was fun. Bye. Thank you for joining. Ooh, and then Raven, hello, just joined. Cool. Hi. Reading Local Woman Missing. Ooh, this sounds like a thriller. Okay, I started late, so I didn't get that many pages, but I'm reading The Henna Artist, and it's one of my favorite books. Awesome. I really want to read that book. I've heard so many good things about it.
Wait, who is it by?
I don't know the author's name. I'm terrible with names. I just remember the cover of it, and it's just like, it's a stunning book, but I'm sure the inside's also just as good. Let's see, I read 50 pages of Ace of Spades, and it deserves the hype. Yay! That's great. That's great. Let's see, I think, Ace of Spades is one of those books that I got 140 pages into. Loving it. I'm going to come back to it at some point. I just had to put it down. See, just switch to Watch Over Me for a fiction break. Oh, nice. Little breaky. I know that also helps with like reading something in general is switching up how you read fiction versus nonfiction, mangas. Like it just really helps.
Yeah. Wait, what are your tattoos, if you don't mind me? Because I have.
Oh yeah. Oh my god, I didn't even know you had wrist tattoos too. Okay, mine says Viva Hoy, which means live today.
Wait, yeah, I love that. They're not like on my wrist. Like you have it here.
Like, I have it like straight, like in the front.
Yeah, I have it towards the back. I have like a bee that my friend drew, and then because my channel name used to be the Books Buzz. That used to be my blog, and then I like rebranded, and then I have a dinosaur.
Oh, that's so cute. I love that. I'm obsessed with tattoos. I love them so much, and it's so hard not to get like 29 million tattoos.
I know, it really is. But the money too, it's somewhere that are so expensive.
Yeah, and I want to be that person when I'm like 40. I want to have like a full sleeve. And I'm waiting till I'm 40 because that way I have to make sure that I actually want it and that I have the money to buy it.
Oh, yeah, that's expensive.
It's hella expensive. My dad got like just like his upper arm, like it didn't go all the way to his wrist. And it was so much money. And I'm like, why? Is it worth the money? Yeah. Oh, let's see. Oh, hi. Thanks for joining. Let's see. And it's that's the author's name. Okay. You definitely should read it because it's so good. Yes. It's been on my radar. I just haven't done it yet. Let's see. Just finished Ace of Spades. Def a 5-star. Awesome. I know so many people are giving it such high ratings. It's so fun.
I know. It's definitely one of those hyped books at this point that's being talked about everywhere. And like, I need to get on that. It actually, I was thinking about that for like my 5-star prediction because I actually do think I'll like that.
Yeah, it's funny because I feel like everyone's hyping it up, but in the chat for my book club, it's funny because some of the girls came in, they're like, not a 5-star. So it's like interesting to hear people's opinions. I think most people will love it because it's such a good book, but at the same time, I just feel like it lacks a lot of. I think we were saying that it lacks a lot of like black love because it's supposed to be Get Out like, so there's only like these 2 characters of color in it, and everyone else is like white. So I feel like a lot of the main girl straightens her hair and she's like, I do this because I need to assimilate, and it's like, it's just a little sad to see sometimes. But if you're not even looking at that aspect, I feel like it's a fun, like, it's just a fun YA thriller.
Yeah, I know when you look at the cover, when I actually looked at the cover, I didn't even think it was a thriller. I thought it was like honestly, I don't know what. I thought it was like Alice in Wonderland. I don't know why. Like it's just like
the color scheme. Yeah.
But I guess it's not. So now that really intrigues me. Wait, yeah, I'm actually okay. You know what I do now? I don't read synopsis of books anymore because I feel like it ruins some things for me because I'm someone who's so bad at like guessing twists or like guessing plot points. So I kind of want to just go into a book like knowing like a short sentence, like you know how booktubers pitch books, but I don't read synopsis anymore. So like I never read the synopses for Ace of Spades, and now, as I say, I thought it was Alice in Wonderland. You're telling me it's a thriller, and I'm like, okay.
Yeah. So it's like Gossip Girl, where there's someone exposing other characters, their dirty laundry, and airing it out. And it's this kind of private, uppity school where everyone cares about their status for the most part and all that stuff. So it's yeah, not Alice in Wonderland. It's definitely like Gossip Girl meets Get Out is I think how it's marketed. And if you don't like to be spoiled or being able to guess like who done it, I feel like Ace of Spades is definitely something you like because it's like I'm really good at guessing who normally is the person who's doing the bad deed, and I have no clue. And I'm like halfway through, and I'm still like, why would anyone want to do this?
Wow, that's pretty cool.
Let's see. Oh, tattoos. Tattoos are great. It don't seem so bad if you do a small bits at a time. Exactly. I have my thighs done, but want to go my full upper legs. Awesome. Yeah, I think if you do small bits at a time, and that way also you don't like have any regrets or anything. Like I personally kind of regret these wrist tattoos just because I feel like I don't want to do words anymore because I feel like everyone always asks me like what the words are and what they mean and stuff, and I'm like, this wasn't really for other people to be asking me, but like this is what happens. So I'm like, maybe I'll stick to just symbolism so that way I know what it is and people look at it and they're just like, cool. And I don't have to like explain it. Because I feel like if you do words, a lot of people think it says live joy. And I'm like, that is the most basic.
Live, laugh, love.
Yeah. And I'm like, oh god, I look so basic right now.
Yeah. No, I'm the worst person to ask about tattoos because I'm so like unsentimental, and I have a freaking dinosaur. Do you think when I'm 40 I'll be like looking at my dinosaur and be like, but in all truth, like this was a friendship tattoo with people, so like it has a good meaning, but overall like the image itself, like I'm probably gonna look back when I'm 60 and be like, okay,
I did that. Yeah, but I also think that's a good way to look at tattoos in general because it's like not a big deal. I feel like some people make it such a huge deal. It's like, no, it's just fun. Like if you don't take yourself too seriously, but obviously you should get tattoos you really like at first or have sentimental value. Yeah, that's important.
Okay, they say never to get people's faces tattooed on you, but I actually have a face tattooed on me. Okay, no, it's not as bad as it sounds. Like, let me show you. It's my twin sister, actually.
Oh, see, literally, you can't go wrong.
So, yeah, I was saying, like, no faces, but, like, she's my twin, and she has me tattooed on her, and we're twins, so, like, they look very similar, so I just thought that was cute. But, like, for real, like, when they say no faces, it was kind of like a F you to that, yeah.
F you. I'm like, I'm gonna get someone's face, my fucking twin. Because I think people assume names and faces that people are doing loved ones, like girlfriends and partners and stuff like that, and it's like, nah, sometimes it's like, if you got a tattoo of your like mom or dad or something or your parent, like that's totally cool. Mm-hmm. That's so funny though. I love the fact that you have tattoos. That's with your twin. That's so fun.
Yeah, it's pretty cute.
Mm-hmm. Ace of Spades is so good. Cool. I didn't know Ace of Spades. Yeah. Let's see. Ace of Spades was a thriller. I thought it was a contemporary. It is a contemporary, but it's like it's slightly like I would categorize it as a YA contemporary, but it has like a thriller aspect because, well, there is a murder in it, but and we're trying to figure out who is spilling the secrets. So it's kind of the same thrillery aspect that Gossip Girl is, where someone's like leaking nudes and talking this and that, but there is a murder in it. So it's definitely, the stakes are pretty high. Let's see. Ace of Spades is one of the best books I've read this year. So great. Oh, high praise. I have Zelda thigh. Oh, Zelda? Okay. And a Scooby-Doo tattoo in mine have family ties to them. So even if I grow out of them, they'll still mean a lot. Exactly. I know I keep getting tattoos during like certain periods of my life where it's like the Live Today was just very sentimental in my high school years because I was so focused on the next step that I wasn't being really present. And that's what the tattoo, and that's why it's like, for me, it's like facing me, like other people can't really read it. If I showed you it, it'd be like, it's not facing us. So it's like, it's for me, a reminder for myself to like be present. So I feel like I always get tattoos that are very like of the time period to reflect like what I've learned. So I can't wait to get one for my like early 20s. I don't know what it's going to be, but it's going to be, I think I want something like behind my ear, something small, especially as an actor. I'm not going to get my sleeve until I'm famous.
Oh my God, yes. And then people will like know you from your tattoos.
Exactly. Then it'll be okay. So I want a Dewey Decimal Numbers for books on depression tattooed onto mine.
That is absolutely beautiful. I actually have a book tattoo that has the semicolon on it. I don't know if you can. Yeah, because it's for like my fight with like, you know, anxiety and depression and like mental health. But like, and I use books with it too because like that's like the books have helped me through that. I love that so much. Yeah,
that's beautiful. Too. That'd be really cool. And I love, and that's the thing about it's really for, it's such a personal thing. I know it's like a visual art too, but it's like such a personal thing. And I don't know, I feel like it tends to help. Like if you want to carve a reminder, like it's a cool way to do it instead of like trying to always like mentally be like reminding yourself. It's like, it's fun to have a tattoo and then be like, it means a lot. Like a really good reminder. That's sweet. Let's see.
Wow.
I had my ribs done twice during the cover-up and to watch. Oh, wow. Wow. Dude, I'm a twin too. Look, there's another twin.
That's awesome. And yeah. Oh, I'll give you the sun. Yeah, I remember reading that. I read that book years ago. A recommendation that I recently read, Sisters of the Snake by Serena and Sasha Nanua. They're twin authors. I like rarely ever. Yeah, let me get. Where?
I have it.
Let me just scream again. Yes. Oh my God, this book is amazing. Have you read it?
No, I haven't.
Just you have. Okay, it's kind of long because I mean it is a fantasy and it's very action packed, but it's so good. The authors are twins, and I was like blown away because I'm like, please, someone sit me and my twin down to write a freaking book. Someone do that. But yeah, it's amazing. So good.
Oh my God, it's on my list. Oh my God, I was lucky enough that like someone sent it to me, so I'm very grateful. But like it was on my TBR of what I want, so I'm very excited and I'm glad that you enjoyed it because that makes it like higher. You know how it is when you have like 20 books and you're like, okay, I have a priority of what I want to read, and then someone else says something, you're like, okay, I'm gonna rearrange the priority.
For sure, yeah. Oh yeah, someone just commented on The Vanishing Half by Britt Bennett has twins. That is also a really great book too. Yes, that is. I mean, it's super popular now though. It's like hit a bunch of lists and like a lot of people are recommending it. So yeah, The Vanishing Half. Yeah.
Definitely. And then let's see. None of my tattoos have meanings. LOL. I really want to try those random tattoo games at the shops. You should. I also if you're the type of person who doesn't need a meaning for the tattoo and just sees it as art, that's also totally fine. I think my sister's like that. She some of them have meaning, but some of them are just beautiful. You know, just like random. Like the artist is like you like the artist's work. I want to do the random tattoo game and do it with like a friend tattoo, like you kind of like your dinosaur one. Yeah. I want to compel someone to be like, come get tattoos with me. Let's do it. Ouch, ribs probably cool as yep. Yeah. Ouch, but very cool. I'm back. What's everyone reading? Welcome back. We're gonna do one more sprint. Are you still good to do one more sprint, do you think?
I am good. I only set that time because like my belly is, but like I'm fine.
Dinner time? Okay. I get that. Do they cause issues with acting work? Like how
That's
all? That's not an annoying question at all. Honestly, okay, the thing that's hard about acting is no one ever tells you like why you don't get a role. You just like don't hear back from people. Like I'll submit, like I actually keep track, so I know that I'm working towards a goal. And so I've gotten like 50 auditions this year, and no one says why you don't get it. They'll call you back, you'll go in, you'll do your job, you leave, you do or don't get it. So I have no idea how much it impacts it. This is a smaller tattoo, so I still auditions for roles that are like for people who are like 16, like my age range is 16 to 20. So I'll play like a 16-year-old or a 20-year-old. So it's like if I were to play someone under the age of 18, I feel like I would have to cover it up, but they're tiny, so they're not a big deal. If I had a sleeve, that would limit my roles immensely. I would only be able to play like thug characters, I feel like. So if you are an actor, I say you probably shouldn't get tattoos that are big. You should keep them pretty small and tiny, so that way they can be covered up, and then you can get bigger tattoos if that fits your character type. I'm a girl next door kind of. That's my trope. Like you have to think of you as your character type. So if you already like people are already casting you as like someone who is like, because it's sad to think, but Hollywood thinks in stereotypes. So if you look a certain way, then it's okay to dress that way. So if you're like a bald guy, I feel like they're totally cool with you having tons of tattoos and stuff. Whereas if you're me, someone who looks like a 16-year-old girl, probably shouldn't have tons of tats. Just like a little FYI. Let's see. Noted, it has been added to my TBR and sounds amazing. Yes. Yep, The Vanishing Half. I got that book from Owl Crate. I didn't know they were twins. Yeah, I didn't know the authors were twins too. I knew the story featured twins, so that's really cool. I really enjoyed reading it. Okay, and I'm applying for acting for college next year, but there's also makeup that can cover them if I need. 100%. There's always makeup and stuff. And honestly, like, I don't think anyone would ever turn you down. If you are good for the role, you will get it. Like, no worries about that. I think the thing is like if you aren't good for the role and you have tattoos, then they're like, okay, no, I'm not gonna pick you. So I wouldn't worry too much about it limiting your options. I would just work on your craft and being so amazing no one would ever turn you away. I feel like, which is such like actory advice. Just be so good no one will like diss you ever.
I love this acting advice. It's just so, I don't know, I could never do it. I don't see myself, acting. So I love this. I'm living vicariously through you.
Good. Oh my god. It's a interesting lifestyle. I feel like it's definitely not for everyone because I feel like people don't realize the rejection that comes with acting. Like your acting career, we joked in college that you're not an actor, you're an auditioner. Like you audition for a living, you'll audition for like hundreds of roles and maybe get one. So you have to have a lot of fun with the process of auditioning and getting new roles and like meeting and networking. And you're supposed to have to kind of live through life in that process and have fun. So yeah, I wouldn't recommend it to anybody unless you're like cool with that. Unless you're like, okay, I'm down to live in the struggle for a few years, get a side job until I book something big enough where I don't have to like, be a waitress half time or whatever. But yeah, I totally respect anyone who decides to get a sane job where you get benefits and things like that.
Yeah, for sure.
Let's see. Years ago, I watched YouTube videos about tattoo cover up for actors. It was cool getting the skin color right and making it waterproof is key. Yeah, it was really cool. One of the only like paying jobs I ever got when I lived in Hawaii was for Jurassic World, and they had to cover up my tattoo. I got this tattoo when I was 16, actually, which is hilarious. I got most of my tattoos when I was under the age of 18 because my parents are kind creatures. But I had to cover up my tattoo for that work day, and it was so like the artists were going around covering everyone's tattoos because it's Hawaii. Everyone had a tattoo, so they were going around, and how they did it is so interesting. Like they just put foundation on and then stamped powder on it, and they were done. It was so efficient.
Oh.
It was very cool.
Yeah, and it stayed on, like it stayed
for hours. That stuff was hard to take off. It was like stage makeup. I feel like I was like,
yeah, yeah. I mean, I'm glad there's a process to it, you know, because tattoos are all about individuality, you know, and like creativity and all that. So,
definitely, definitely. Okay. Ooh. Are you ready for this last sprint?
hell yeah, let's push it. Let's do some
Do
reading.
it. So 20-minute, you think?
Yeah, 20 minutes is good.
20 minutes. Cool, cool. Going to the 20. I'll say 22-minute mark because it's probably gonna turn. Okay. Happy reading, everyone. And that's the sprint. How'd everybody do?
Wow, I've like lost track, but I'm like really loving it. It's really good.
Well, that's good.
Yeah.
I don't even know the synopsis for that one, to be honest.
The premise is like two girls meet at a music festival called Farmland. So that's all I know, but like I still couldn't even summarize it because I haven't finished it yet. But yeah.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Well, is it like cute? So you're enjoying it?
Oh yeah, it's really cute. But like I don't know if her other book was like this, but like I like the infusion of like mental health and like more serious issues. Like definitely a lot of like racism is discussed in this book. But yeah, I really, because I mean I did expect it to be a heartwarming, fluffy contemporary, but it is a lot deeper. So
that's really great. I mean, I feel like her first one, You Should See Me in a Crowd, I'm trying to remember. I feel like there wasn't a lot of mental health discussion. It was more so like worrying about the future and going to college and getting to be prom queen so she could get a scholarship. So but I like that. I love when contemporaries is like talk about like real world issues like mental health and things like that. That's great.
Yeah.
Let's see.
What did you get done?
I decided to read because I was like, okay, you know what? I'll read something. So let me see how much I read. I read probably very little. So 200 or about 18 pages. Let's see. I love this series because it's giving an opportunity to discover new people in the book community. Thanks. Yay, I'm so happy. That's definitely the whole point of this is like I really wanted to like highlight a bunch of creators that I watch on the regular. Alex, I watch you on the regular. Now you know. So yeah, I love that. I'm also glad to share it because it's like little hidden gems in the internet.
Oh wow, finished.
Finished your book. What were you reading? I don't remember.
That would be so cool. That would be so cool to like finish a book during a sprint. Like I guess if one of the people like on camera would be like they would close the book on camera, they'd be like, and then
that sounds very satisfying. Yeah. Let's see. I got to page 154, so I read about 15 pages. Awesome. Also, let me know in the chat how much you've read during the live stream altogether. That's also really fun to see. See, I read 5% of Steel Rose. Oh, nice. I've never heard of that. Van Helsing Academy. Hi, Brittany. Thanks for joining. Dinner is done, so I'm gonna eat soon. Yes, I'm also gonna eat soon. I feel like Alex is also gonna eat soon. Have you ever thought about doing live reading sprints with Naya Reads and Smiles? I mean, yes, but I don't know Naya personally. Like I've watched her videos since forever, but I don't feel like I don't feel as confident sliding into her DMs. I mean, I feel like that's like shooting for the stars. Because I asked some people who had bigger platforms, and like I always like, some people will not respond, some people will respond. I was very grateful that Alex even like I feel like same day was like, yeah. I was like,
oh my god, I'm actually, it's really like crazy sometimes how first of all, I'm addicted to my phone. So like I'm always on social media, but it'll be so funny sometimes where I'll respond to something and people will be like, oh, you responded, and I'll be like, so cute.
That's how I feel half the time. I feel like a lot of people don't respond on social media or they don't feel inclined to. And it's funny because I used to get like mad at people who were like, why are you ghosting me? Yada, yada, yada. But then I realized like it's probably actually healthy to not be on social media all the time, especially if you have like a really big platform. I kind of understand why people are like, I don't need to be on Instagram every day. They don't need to hurt my feelings like that. Let's see. The Graves of Fine and Private Place, a book about a 12-year-old murder.
12-year-old?
Okay, how could a 12-year-old just like figure out a murder in the 1950s? That's crazy. Whoa. Let's see. I used to love watching Naya, but grew out of her channel. Oh, sad. I still love her channel. I still like live for her updates, especially like I don't know. I also feel like I'm growing up with her at this like near the same time because she got her first apartment, and I was like, I'm in my first like house without my parents. I don't know. I think it's really cool to see creators grow up and change, but I understand that sometimes you don't like vibe with them anymore, so I get that. Let's see, didn't do much reading, but I ate and got an IG pickup. Yeah. Being productive and feeding the body. Very important.
Oh God.
Far too much time on Twitter. I can relate.
Twitter's Twitter is doom scrolling for me.
Same. So that's why lately I've only been on Twitter to like just post about things that I'm doing, and I don't really engage with anybody. And it's so funny because Twitter's algorithm, I feel like the only way to grow on Twitter is if you're on it 24/7, feeding it, like liking and replying, commenting. And I'm like, that's way too much energy, and I don't have that many opinions to share. So I come in like every week and be like, here's a video.
Yeah, it'd also be like funny, like literally like one sentence things that will literally make you be like, oh my God, this is hilarious. How did you even come up with that? And I could never do that. I just don't have that like wit, I guess you would say, or like, you know.
No, I get that. There's some people, I follow so many Twitter accounts where it's like out of context this and that. And it's like the people who manage these accounts have to be just really, really funny people, or just like that Twitter fits their like aesthetic and how they think. Whereas like when I think of you, I feel like Instagram is like the perfect platform for you.
Yeah.
Photography and how you think and things like that. Obviously like burnout's a thing, but it's like, I feel like certain things are like perfect for people. And I don't know. I feel like YouTube is good for me because I'm just a chatty Kathy.
Yeah.
Let's see. It's a It's a book in a series. Apparently, I've never heard of the series before, but she's a daring little Sherlock. Oh, cute. For some reason, I thought it would be a boy. Look at me.
I know.
Those gender rules, man. Twitter battles. Literally, yep. There's always beef on Twitter. Let's see. How long did you have your YouTube channel? I've had my channel since I first started college, and I only did 3 years. So I think I've had it for 4 years now, roughly.
Yeah, I started I think I posted my first booktube video in 2016, but it like that's why I never know the answer to the question like when did you start or how long did you have it, because I didn't, after I posted that first video I didn't post for like months, and then whatever, and then I got back into it in like 2018 like vigorously. So I would say consistently like 3 years. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. That makes sense, because YouTube, I feel like people don't realize to be able to pop off, you have to either have like a miracle baby video that really pops off, or you have to be consistent for years.
Yeah, for sure.
Let's see. I follow so many Taylor Swift lyric bots that I just go on there and end up with all the songs in my head at once. That's so fun. I love Twitter. Sometimes it can turn off from authors. 100%. Yeah, I feel like it must be weird to be like a public figure and like have this whole industry. And I also feel bad when authors, like obviously I don't feel bad when they say bad things, but I feel bad for their team. I'm like, you're letting people down, you know? Like there's people who are editing your books, who have stake in your book doing well, and you're over here expressing way too many opinions. So it has to be a weird thing to be in charge of like basically your brand. And it's like, how do you balance your opinions, what you share and what you don't share? Like, I can see some opinions like you wanting to share and wanting to open up and wanting to talk to people. And then sometimes I'm like, why would you even share this? Like, no one asked.
Yeah. That's the thing. No one asked. Like, you know, it just doesn't make sense.
Yeah. I'm so bad at uploading regularly. I'm trying to get back into it, but my brain is refusing to let me film. Oh no.
I feel that, yeah.
Yeah. And it's like, the thing is, you don't want to force yourself to film because then it becomes even more unfun. So you have to kind of just wait till you get back into the groove of things.
Yeah, it's also hard to, I don't know, I can't film with other people in the house because like I don't know why, I'm not like self-absorbed, but I always have the feeling that someone's like up against the door trying to listen to me, or like I don't want them to hear what I'm saying. Like I just, you know, it sounds like I'm actually talking to someone, so it's just I'm not comfortable with that yet. So
That makes sense. It's such a weird process.
Yeah.
I kind of, in my first year of college, I was lucky that I didn't have, my roommate was like in and out, like, or like mostly out. She was never home. So even when I did like a 24-hour readathon, she wouldn't be there. She barely slept in the room, which I thought was a waste of money. But I was very fortunate. And then like the next year, I'm in a house with 5 girls and I'm sharing a room with 3 of them. And I'm like, I'm going to have to get used to talking because I love talking about books and it's something I do. And I had videos where they would be walking around in the background or like they would pop in and be like, is it okay if I come in? I'm like, sure. It definitely a weird adjustment, but I feel that it's so funny, especially if they don't like books too. Cause all the girls that I was living with did not care about books and were like,
oh my God, I know. My life story.
Yeah. Everyone in life just like, you read? Okay. Did you ever see yourself as an author? Alex, did you ever see yourself as an author?
Well, I'm a creative writing major, so I hope so. Well, I'm a double major. I'm an environmental studies major because I like science, but I'm also a creative writing major. I mean, one day I would love to see myself. I'm actually I'm a senior next semester, so I was thinking I have to write a book for my capstone or like a semester project. So like I've always wanted to write something along the lines of like there's one of my favorite books, Days of Distraction by Alexander Chang. Like a memoirs type of thing, but also something that's a work of fiction. So like auto fiction. But yeah, like of course the idea would be it would be lovely to publish a book. Yes. Yeah. And I feel like that's one of the best things is like to be a writer, you have to be a reader. And I think, I think I have that prerequisite.
Yeah, I think it's, I don't know, your bookshelf, I don't believe you.
What is it? I didn't buy these.
Oh, that's really exciting. I look forward to the future then, seeing whatever comes. Like, I'm sure you will publish something in the future, but like, however that happens, it's going to be exciting to see.
Yeah. Have you never dabbled in writing?
I have dabbled in playwriting. I'm currently working on finishing a play that was kind of an idea I had my senior year, but I just never finished it because of the pandemic, and I was just like too lazy to get out of bed. But I'm revisiting it now, and I'm making it a priority to finish. And I think if ever I write, it's mostly going to be plays or screenplays. Like I think about writing books, but I just don't feel like I have this skill set. I know it is truly like a different entire skill set. I think too much like an actor, where I think in dialogue strictly. I don't consider environment. And I know if you read a whole book where it was just people talking, it just sounds really boring because you're like, what's the environment? What's happening? Like you want to be really immersed. So I'm like, not my skill set.
Yeah, I mean, that's equally as interesting. I kind of love the idea of dialogue because it's like a challenge. Like, how much can I express just with dialogue,
And it's fun. It's fun because it's like in my playwriting class when I was working with my teacher, she's like, you also want to do the bare minimum. You don't want to be over talking. You want to see how little you can give to the audience and see what they do with it, especially as a playwright. Like, because you're really giving it to directors and actors and stuff. Whereas as a novelist, it's like, I feel like more of a brain baby. It's just you. It's not too collective of a project. Like you might get an editor and stuff, but it's mostly all you. And you have to really paint that picture for us,
That is so true. Yeah.
Yeah. And I think there's perks to both sides. There's like a challenge to both sides. And it's also fun to have a project purely your own versus a project where it's like, here is the skeleton and let's see what you do with it.
Yeah.
Let's see. I have a kind of schedule on YouTube for uploading and it's good, but like sometimes I'm so off the schedule.
Do you post consistently, Jess?
Not really. I also have like a schedule. I try and upload Tuesdays and Fridays, but like I really don't stick to that schedule. Like some weeks are just too hard where it's like I have too much going on and I'm like, okay, I'm missing my Tuesday, I'm uploading on a Wednesday or whatever, or I'll miss 2 weeks. But it's always funny because whenever I post consistently and I post like a book haul, my channel's thriving and then it's quiet for 2 weeks.
I feel you.
Do you have a schedule?
No, I tried posting like once a week, but like now that's getting harder with school starting back up and just life. So I would like to one day. I like this is what I always go through. Like there's just so much work. I think now with like I don't have time to edit. It's mostly just editing because I filming is easy, you know? Can you agree?
Mhm.
Like 10 minutes if it's not a vlog. Like a book haul is like what, 15-minute filming, a wrap up is like 10 minutes. So like it's literally just the editing and like having to sit down and watch yourself talk again.
Mhm. I completely agree, but I feel like a lot of people are going to be jealous of you because I know a lot of people, their struggle was actually the filming and not the editing. They
Oh.
struggle to articulate and they'll do lots and lots of takes of something. So it's interesting to hear you be like, yeah, 15 minutes in and out, but like I don't want to hear myself talk for the next hour when I edit this.
I love that. You have such a different point of view. I love I love it.
Yeah, I think it's just sometimes like being a perfectionist can really mess with you. So it's like,
Yeah.
yeah, I feel like we are opposites for a lot of things, which is so funny. Iced coffee, hot coffee. Let's see. It's kind of frustrating because the only time my brain is like, you should film is at 2 a.m. Film all your videos at 2 a.m. Ain't no one gonna notice.
I
Unless
wish I had lights. I mean, yeah, because you film like natural daylight too, right?
I do too, but I have a ring light. I got one on Amazon for like $50, which was
Is
a
it like
good investment in my
Oh,
opinion.
really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's also I'm an actor, so I need to have lighting. But yeah, if you're I feel like you don't need a reading light unless you're like actively always on camera. If you film at 2 a.m., I feel like you might want to get a light then, because if your
Yeah.
only time for filming is at night, prime time, you can make a cute setup, get some LED lights, some cute. Let's see. My best friend got back into reading this year, and I was about to give her some of my 3-star arcs so she could figure out what she likes. Oh, that's really nice of you. Yes. Yeah, and I think that's helpful too when you're just starting and you don't know what genre to even hop into. It's just like take from your friends.
Yeah. Having a book person. Yeah.
I tried to do Monday and Friday, but live reading sprints on Wednesdays. Sorry, my brain is trying to compute sentences, but live reading sprints on Wednesdays. But I'm best at doing live sprints. I seem to only be able to probably schedule that. I feel like, yeah, doing live sprints are way easier, in my opinion, than like filming a video because I feel like you literally just go on and do it. Like then you're done. Whereas like filming, you're planning it. If it's a vlog, like what are you reading? What are you trying to do? What are you showing? And I think there's just a lot more thought. And some days it's like, I don't want to get down to my sweatpants.
Yeah, like do you plan your videos?
I try to plan, like not my sit down and talk videos. I feel like those, I might like just write the book and what I think of it just so I have like an idea of what I would say.
Yeah.
But for the most part, I don't plan too much. If I'm like this week I had a plan because I knew I was vlogging so much I would be burnt out. So I was like, okay, on this day, if I get bored, I'm going to talk about this. So I have something to share, or I know exactly what books I'm going to read, or I'll have a list of options so that way I don't feel stifled. Because I think that's the thing. After doing it for so long, a reading vlog, you're like, what am I supposed to do?
Yeah, no, for sure. I'm the same as you. I actually started with scripts and then I went from notes and then I don't even look at those often.
Yeah, I feel like now I don't even like I think frames sometimes of like how to keep like the visual part engaging. The words are just vomit. I'm just like, you're gonna get there.
Yeah.
Hope for the best. Will you ever do a day in the life video book edition? A day in the life book edition? Is that like I'm doing daily vlogs now? I feel like that's pretty much like a day in the life book edition because it's like showing you what I read in a day, but I don't know. Would you consider doing a daily vlog by any chance?
I actually want to, I'm trying to like, not disassociate myself, but like I want to get into lifestyle stuff. So I want to like talk about my life rather than talk about books all the time. There was this one video I did when I was so young. I think I was 17. It's like morning. It's like struggles of a book nerd, struggles of a bookworm, and it's essentially like day in a life, like how I would do it. And it's to this day, it still gets so many views. And there's actually like it's pretty popular now that it gets trolls. Like, when a video kind of gets on like that, it gets like some people that are just rude and like, I'm literally just talking about books. Why are you being rude? But for real, that video is like, I was so young, and like it's people are still watching, and I'm like, oh my god, please don't.
What you gotta do is make a part 2 and like and don't call it part 2. Just be like, this is the first part. Look at this part.
Redo.
Yeah. But that's really cool. You should step more into lifestyle. I feel like I was just talking to Jessie from Bow Ties and Books yesterday about like branching out and doing more things on a channel. And I feel like more people should show like their layers. I just think you have to, as a marketing person, as like a brand, you have to think, how do I compel people who like my bookish content to continue? And that's the hard part, because YouTube is the game.
Oh my god, I know. I actually rebranded my original name for everything used to be The Books Buzz, and one huge part of like why I didn't want to forever be associated with just books. Like, I think people know, especially with like on Instagram, I feel like people know me as like the reader, but like I also like fashion, and I also like I study marine science, so like marine biology, like obsessed. So I feel like people always send me videos. They're like, send me a reel of a fish. They're like, oh, I thought of you. So like, I like that branding now, and I think that had to do with that initial, like, it was very dramatic and scary at the time because I lost a bunch of followers when you change your name, because people are like, okay, she's not talking about books anymore, I don't care. But then you get into it yourself, and now like it brings me joy, rather than like I'm so nervous about being in the book world all the time and so focused on new releases. Like, it was just tiring at a certain point. Yeah.
Oh, for sure. Yeah. I don't like, some people staying on top of everything book related. I commend them, but I feel like that's just for a certain type of person. I feel like a lot of people have a lot of different avenues. Like, as an actor, like I feel like I use BookTube as a hobby, so I don't talk too much. Like, I'll mention acting things here and there, but it's like, I don't think I used to try and make like acting videos, but I'm like, maybe one day.
I like it. It's a part of your brand, honestly.
True. And I feel like my Instagram, I'm more comfortable sharing all the stories, but I feel like on my BookTube channel, I'll like just mention it. I'm not making entire videos about it. I will maybe one day, but I think people need to like adjust to seeing you and your face and your name first, and then realize, oh, you like marine biology, you like this, you like that, and they can associate you with the things you like.
Yes.
Yeah.
I love these like tips, these life tips.
Ooh. Yep, life is interesting. That's why I'm like, life tips. I'm like, are they tips? I don't know. I'm like too scared to do anything. I used to do so many takes, but that made it take forever to edit too. Exactly. And you have to just learn like, okay, I'm not going to take too many takes. I'm just going to say it once. And if it's not perfect, that's okay. No one needs perfection. It's a YouTube channel.
Yeah, for sure.
I'm the same as Alex. When it comes to filming, it's easy. And then the editing bit, that takes me forever. Yeah, I feel like people are either or. Editing's hard, or filming's hard. Sometimes it's all hard. I'm like, YouTube, you have to be so, like, being a content creator in general, you have to do so many different things, because I feel like marketing is becoming more of like how you brand yourself, how you like interact in different like niches and things like that. It's like, I don't want to think about that. I'm just going to talk about books. I tend to only write down the books and authors' names if I don't physically have the book. And then that is your plan for your video. I mean, yeah, just like, these are the books I'm talking about. Check.
Yeah.
Okay, I think, unless anyone has any other questions, let us know in the chat. We'll probably be wrapping up the live soon then. Let me think. Make sure to enter the giveaways. The big announcement video, I have 3 giveaways live. You could win 3 different books. Like, there's a bunch. Watch the video. There's a bunch of details, but I have a bunch of books that I'm giving away. So make sure you guys enter in the chat so you don't miss out on a chance to win free books. And I also have a Patreon offer going on right now. If you join my Patreon, my $10 tier, you get a sticker, an exclusive sticker. So you should check that out if you like Patreon and supporting people. Alex, do you have anything you'd like to share? And Alex's channel is linked below, by the way.
No, I'm gonna be. Oh, wait, actually, can I? Because I'm vlogging for the Readathon. Do you want to say hi to the vlog?
Sure.
Okay, wait.
I feel honored.
Hey, say hi.
Hello. I'm
Just,
so honored right now.
just wrapping up the live stream. Thanks so much, Jess, for letting me be part of this.
Oh my God. Yes. Thank you for like joining me and also the awesome chats we've had. I love it. And I look forward to chatting with you more often.
For sure. All right. Thanks.
Yeah. I love a good vlog. Yes. I'm so excited that you're vlogging. There's a couple other people vlogging too, and it makes me so happy. I'm just like,
No, I'm so excited to watch. I love reading vlogs at this point. That's like the only thing I watch, basically.
Me too. Me too. And look, oh, we got a high vlog. And I hope you all have a good rest of your day. Yes, I hope everyone has a great day. I think that's it then. I will also be having more reading sprints tomorrow. So come back tomorrow, 4 p.m. PST if you want more reading sprints. But other than that, I will see you guys later.
Thanks, Jess. Thanks, everyone. Bye.